Look, y'all, we have too many broken people in this world, fragile people in this world, people that are dealing with pain, people that are stressed, people that are depressed, people that don't know which way to go. It's a lot of hurt in this world. And you got a lot of so-called leaders, so-called pastors, so-called people that want to teach people and mentor people and all of these types of things. And the first thing they say is, you need to do this, you need to do that in order for God to do something for you. Or they use the word and not even really being like showing compassion in a way. Like, for instance, when people tell you be transformed by the renewal of your mind, and in order for the new, you can't put new wine into old wine skins, so you need to put on the new self and get rid of the old stuff and all of this. And look, what we're not understanding is, when you got people out there that are dealing with these issues and these problems, they don't know how to go about and do what you're telling them to do. These people are already hurt. These people are already going through things, and the first thing you say is, do this and do that. Where is the compassion at? Where is the fruits of the Spirit? Where is the love of Christ that you are supposed to be showing for these people? They are thinking that they're coming to get help. They're thinking that they're coming for you to show them something different other than what they're doing, or for you to point them in the right direction. You guys, you can't keep telling broken people, fragile people to do something that they never did before. How are you going to do something and that you never done? Like, especially when these people been in the world for as long as they've been in the world, operating for however long they've been operating in this way. And the first thing you tell them when they're trying to get to know Christ, when you're supposed to be an example to these people, is tell them to do this and to do that. Do you know what that does to people? It makes them feel like they're not good enough. It makes them look at themselves, and they're already going through all of these things and saying, I don't think I can do all that. Like, you're not showing any type of compassion. It's like going to it's like going to like a dealership or something, and showing up and saying, and you go in there and you come there to get your car fixed, and the person just tells you you come in there to get your car serviced, right? And they say, well, go fix your own car. Go fix your own car. And you're like, what? How? I don't even know how to fix my own car. You telling me to go fix my own car? Like, do we not realize what you be saying to people and how you're saying it? First of all, you got to let these people know that they need to be intentional about when they come to Christ, when they want to get to know Christ. So when the word says, when the word tells you to do certain things or be transformed or put on the old self and all of this, you need to be telling people that they need to ask the Father how to do something. Ask the Father how to do something. That's what the Father wants you to do. Depend on Him. He wants you to ask Him. Even though the word says that, how are you going to do something that you've never done before? You have to ask. That is you showing the Father that you are intentional, that you really want to know. It's not you diagnosing yourself. How are you going to diagnose yourself and you don't even know the first thing that needs to be diagnosed? You don't know where the Father wants to start with you at. And 9 times out of 10, the people that are telling you this, it's people that's not even really healed themselves. Because how do you think that's okay? How do you think that's okay to tell someone that's coming to you for help and tell them to go diagnose themselves? Something that they never done before. This is how you know they're not healed. That they haven't sat with the Father long enough and let patience have its perfect works in them. I can tell you right now, like, I'm still going through a transformation. I've been with the Christ for years now. What, 4 or 5 years or something like that? And I'm still not going to say that I'm the person that's going to be able to go out here and say, I'm going to be your teacher and I'm going to mentor like hundreds of people and all of that, thinking I know Christ like the back of my hand, or thinking I'm healed fully. I know I'm not. I know it's things that I still have to learn, even though I've been delivered from a lot of things, even though I know a lot of things. I know about the Spirit of God, but I don't know everything because He's still showing me. He's still blowing my mind daily because I'm being intentional about what it is that, or just trying to figure out who He is in me as well as me in Him. Just understanding everything. I don't want to just get delivered and run off to the world and say I know Christ and now I can help the entire world. Like, no. You can't do that. Like, you have to understand what you're saying to these people and how you're saying it to these people. And the fact is that we're called to the brokenhearted, the sinners, the people that are hurting. We are called to them. And if you ever been that person before, then you should know how it feels. You should know how it feels and understand these people suffering. Or is it that you don't understand these people suffering and you just trying to act like that you all of that, or whatever the case may be. You just want to be seen and you want to praise a man. I don't know, which is it? Are you doing it for the money? I don't know. Because it's like I'm not understanding, and it bothers me when I hear people that are on TikTok and all of these things trying to mentor people and trying to educate people on this and that. But the first thing I always hear them say is, you need to do this. You gotta stop doing that and blah, 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 blah. Like, what? They already hurting. They don't need you to make them look at themselves anymore, make them feel like they don't measure up, or make them feel like they don't qualify, or make them feel like it's things that they have to diagnose themselves. When we all know that when you are a student in Christ, there are certain steps that the Father wants to do with you. He may start over here and not over there. He may want to get this out of you first. There is a lot of steps to this. There is a process, and it's a slow process. It's like you may want to stop doing something one way, but the Father's saying, no, I need to do it this way first. But how would you know that if you're willing to step outside of the kingdom of God because you got delivered and think you're helping people? You're not helping people by telling people that they need to diagnose themselves and they need to help themselves. That's not the love of the Father. That's not what Jesus would say to you. That's not what the Spirit of God will say to His peoples. To go ahead and be transformed by the renewal of your mind. Take off the garments and put on the new garments. How do I do that? How do I do that? Well, I'm going to tell you today. When you want to be intentional about the Father, when you want to be intentional about your walk with Christ, when you want to know Him in that way, ask Him. He is your Father. This is what a father does. You ask Him and He will show you. Now, not all the time that He shows you right away, because again, you have to be intentional. He has to know that you really want to know. And you have to wait on that. Wait on that. But believe me, He's going to show you. But don't keep turning to these people in the world that say that they're healed, but yet they keep pointing a finger at you and telling you what you need to do with yourself. Making it seem like you're all by yourself. Making it seem like that you got to get yourself together first before the Father can do anything in your life. It don't work like that. I'm telling you, ask the Father yourself. This is why the world is getting so bad to the point where you got to understand the Spirit of God knows all things, in all things, and is all things. He's the Spirit of truth. He knows everything. We don't need these people out in the world because they're leading people astray. Now is the time to get your own relationship with him, because he wants to have a relationship with all his peoples. So once you decide that you want to be with him, the Spirit of truth will begin to teach you himself. And it's best to get taught by him than people out in the world that think that they know God's peoples and think that they know how to diagnose God's peoples and thinking they know the body and the spirit when they don't. I would rather be taught by truth than to be taught by a lie or half truth. Me personally. Because I'm telling you right now, like, everything that I've learned, I did not learn from these people in the world. I learned straight from the Spirit of God. I've been to a church maybe once or twice, but I didn't feel comfortable. Like, these churches are not doing anything for your spirit, for your body. It's not helping you in any type of way. It's not helping you because it's like these churches are not teaching you feel-good messages. That's what I call them, feel-good messages. Because when you leave out of there, you're going right back to your problems. You're going right back to those intrusive thoughts. You're going right back to everything. You're going right back to the world after you leave out of there. What did you learn? Like, everything is going to come back and hit you 10 times harder. Like, come on now. Like, they're not helping God's people in any type of way. These people are out here hurting, struggling, suffering daily. And some people, they don't even want to tell you how much they're suffering. They go home and suffer in silence because some people really don't know how to turn to Christ. Some people don't really know what it's like to walk with Christ. And we're not being a student long enough to even tell someone or teach someone. But it's all love. You should feel love from a person when they're speaking to you. You should be compassionate with a person. You should feel all of these things with a person when you come to them for any type of question that you have or whatever the case may be. It shouldn't be you getting an attitude with that person because they're asking you questions, because the Spirit of God wouldn't get an attitude with you. It's you not rolling your eyes and telling your friend about such and such, gossiping about these people, slandering these people's names. No, where is the love of Christ in you? Where is the fruits of the Spirit? Are you bearing any fruit? Because that's what that means when you bearing fruit. These people should be able to show up to you and feel loved by you. Feel the compassion from you. Feel like they could come to you with anything. Because I know when somebody comes to me with questions or want to know anything about Christ, I'm open. I'm so open. I'm compassionate. I'm loving towards them because I understand suffering. I understand pain. I understand all of these things. I'm not new to suffering. I've been suffering my entire life for 30-some years. I know what it's like. So the love that he has been showing me, I can show to others. This is the reason you sit with Christ. He's going to show you how to love his peoples, because it's not about you. It's the Spirit of God in you that wants to do all of these things and that can do all of these things. If you're with him long enough, you won't have all these issues with people because you'll know that he's working everything out. You will know that he said all things work for those who love the Lord. When you're in his kingdom, you won't have to worry about the world. The world's still going to be going on. Things are still going to be happening. But you got to put your trust and your faith with him. But look, I'm falling off subject. But anyway, what I want to tell you guys is stop listening to these people. Stop listening to these people that keep having you look at yourselves like It's so hurtful to just hear people when I'm be scrolling sometimes, and I hear people on TikTok telling the first thing they always say, even these leaders and pastors, like telling you what you need to do with yourself, as if you know yourself in that way. You don't. You've been living in the world for that long. These people are hurting. Please stop telling these people this. These people are hurting. This is why you need to get your healing, so you can be able to understand people in this way. Understand and say what I'm saying. Because when you start to understand people, then you will start to speak the way I'm speaking to you now. So, I love you, but the Father loves you more. Have a good day.